All right. Just testing out my live stream. About to go live right quick for a little while before I go play some pool. Decided to do a quick live stream right quick. All right. It appears Deontay Wilder is wherever he is attending the Tyson Fury fight. We all are hoping and expecting Tyson Fury to prevail tomorrow so they can announce the fight. More than likely, they will announce the fight, the location, and the date. It looked like it was going to be in December, but from what sources are saying now, it's going to be in November. So that's better for me. You know what I'm saying? I hollered at Ego about it. Ego ain't heard nothing yet, so you know what I'm saying? I already text Ego and said if he find out anything to hit me up. So if Ego find out something, I guess he'll text me and tell me what's going on and shit. But I'm looking forward to it. Also, it appears that Tank and Abner Mares is actually gonna happen. Now, some people were saying that why isn't Tank fighting Tevin Farmer? Tevin Farmer just fought like 2 weeks ago. Hey, what's up? Multiple sarcasm. That fight is gonna happen. But Tank versus Abner Mares, that's what you call a stature fight. You know what I'm saying? Abner Mares got a name. Hey, Reef, the homie Reef. Hey, Reef, man, I got them hip hop videos coming up soon too, man. We going back to the old school, so I'm gonna try to knock a couple of hip hop videos out later on, like tonight when I get back from playing pool. It's gonna be that old school shit. You know what I'm saying? Some real East Coast, West Coast shit. No watered down, rainbow colored hair motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. So yeah. So yeah. So Tank and Abner Mares look like it's gonna happen. More than likely that fight will be at the Staples Center. So you know what I'm saying? So more than likely I'll be covering that fight. So I'll be going back to LA. Y'all already know LA, that's a 5 hour drive from me from the Bay Area. So that'll be easy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to that fight. I'm pretty sure they'll have part of this shit on there. So it's looking like Abner Mares and Tank Davis is official. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'll be at that. I'll definitely be at Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury. Vegas is gonna be lit that weekend. See, all the lies about nobody knows who Deontay Wilder is, all that shit has been debunked. The LDBC has been on top of this from the gate. We completely obliterated Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua in their lives. Like I said, Anthony Joshua might be the dumbest nigga on the face of the earth. I keep trying to tell y'all, man, don't believe that shit about he used to sell drugs and shit, because like I say, the purpose of a drug dealer is to make the numbers go up. Like I say, you don't go from a key to an ounce. You know what I'm saying? You want the numbers to go up. Anthony Joshua is the stupidest motherfucker on the face of the earth. This man could have made $100 million in 2 fights fighting Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? And he decided to take $10 million. That man is not smart at all. He is just not smart. He's, no matter how the UK fans want to put a spin on it, Eddie Hearn has made Joshua look like a complete idiot. Not to mention Anthony Joshua has made himself look like a complete idiot. So it's really nothing they can do. We've already sunk the Eddie Hearn supporter ship. I mean, I'm talking about this Titanic. Basically, they in the water with their life preservers. Like I said, that they can't even. They getting quiet now. Everything has been debunked. You know what I'm saying? They tried to say it was Wilder's fault the fight didn't happen, and they tried to say, oh, Wilder turned down this amount of, and so what's up, man? What's up, Denard? Everything, yeah. What's up, Mondo? What's up? Everything I'm talking about, we didn't completely obliterated the AJ fans. I'm talking about closed casket funeral. I'm talking about Rockabye Baby from New Jack City. You know what I'm saying? For real. Closed casket. Everything has been debunked. Oh, nobody knows who Deontay Wilder is. Well, I sure seen people rushing to him with gloves and shit looking for autographs. Man, dude, man, ran from what, dude? He's still coming to the fight, man. Come on, man, stop it, man. Don't be a clown, man. I'm not even finna tolerate that. Balash, what's up, man? Yeah, man, I decided to get out here a little early, man. You know, usually I do these live streams like early in the morning, but I decided to knock out like one right now. Shit, I'm finna go to fucking Buffalo Wild Wings and get a drink and play some pool and shit. Yeah, that's gonna be well. You need to hit me up and find a way for me to stream it because I ain't giving Eddie Hearn a fucking cent. Hey, 225, what's up? Eddie Hearn ain't getting it. Hey, thank you, man. We trying, man. Yeah, man. Hey, man, for real, man. You know how to, man, for real, man. Soon as hey, make sure tomorrow, man, you come to one of my videos, man. If you find I'm gonna look at Showtime International and see if I can live stream the Tyson Fury fight. I think I can watch it on YouTube. I think they'll be streaming the fight on YouTube, but if not, send a link to my phone and I'll watch it, and then I'll do a video because you know everybody can't wait for the announcement of the fight. When I say Deontay Wilder and Fury then left AJ in the dust, AJ is like a distant memory now. It's sort of like it's sort of like ain't nobody thinking about him now. Nobody care about that fight with Alexander Povetkin, a dude that then got popped for using, you know what I'm saying, PEDs. Nobody care about that fight. I'm just waiting for somebody to tell me, how do you go from $100 million to $10 million? I'm just waiting for somebody to tell me, how does that logically make any kind of sense? And then he signed. Yeah, and then this fool signed some extension with Eddie Hearn to where he could talking about this for a few years and like he gonna get paid upwards of $100 million. Eddie Hearn couldn't fucking come up with 70 grand to win a purse bid and shit. You know what I'm saying? They got outbid by top prank. And then you had these Eddie Hearn protectors making all the excuse in the world about dude, I know how purse bids work, man. Something ain't right with Eddie Hearn in the zone. Like I said, how many times have you heard them say, hey, we got $1 billion to play with? Well, I'm like this. You shouldn't lose any purse bid. Man, well, you know what? It's like this, man. Ain't nobody thinking about Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders got Demetrius Andre problems. That's all he need to worry about. He need to worry about that fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy that like we won. Like we told y'all. We told y'all all these Eddie Hearn supporters, they look stupid as fuck. That was sitting up making these videos trying to discredit the LDBC, trying to discredit me. They the ones that came out looking stupid. You know what? With ESPN, they broadcast boxing, but they not up to date. They still think they doing boxing from like the 80s and shit, like from the Howard Cosell days and shit. They need to go up to date for real. It's just the way they present boxing, and they need to promote it a little bit more. They just signed this multi-year deal with Top Rank, so they need to do a better job of promoting their boxing programs. And Terrence Crawford should never be put on the app ever again. Terrence Crawford should fight on ABC, not ESPN. Period. Arguably, I'll say Terrence Crawford is the best fighter on the planet right now, until otherwise. Hey man, we've been trying. Yeah, the funny part about it is, but last you pay what $5 and you can cancel that shit immediately. That shit did. I'm gonna tell you something. Streaming is gonna be a disaster. Oh man, I already did several videos, about Kenny Porter. Kenny Porter is just a clown. And I already talked to Fred. Fred is just compromised. Now, if you see the last video he put out saying that me and Ticket don't get it, most of the people in the comment section was siding with me and Ticket. I mean, I'm still waiting for Fred to answer and them to answer what the fuck do him being a good father got to do with him not fighting Errol Spence and none of the other shit. We understand that boxing is a business, but then there is a such thing as duck, duck, goose. And when I say this is the honest to God truth, Sugar Ray Leonard was really good at playing the duck, duck, goose game. He'd come out every once in a while and fight one marquee fighter, but then he would duck like the next 6. That's fact. Yeah, so they good at that shit. And then for Kenny Porter to be talking like he giving out fades and shit if somebody like introduced themselves, that's what made it funny. The funny thing, I heard Fred trying to co-sign like Kenny Porter is that dude. Kenny Porter ain't gonna do shit. What people don't understand, I'm trained in boxing, mixed martial arts, Tai Chi, and Wing Chun. So I know how to do takedown moves. I know how to choke a motherfucker out. I know how to like put a motherfucker's lights out without even using my fist. So Kenny Porter better quit talking like that. Kenny Porter got to understand the new media mean new media. These niggas that's covering boxing is some of us is really from the streets. And Kenny Porter went from saying what he tried to do is deflect blame for his son blatantly not fighting Errol Spence. As I said before, and Balash, you need to hear this too. Okay, they last 2 fights was against Berto and Granados. Now the next fight is Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia only been campaigning at 147 for like 3 fights. Errol Spence been campaigning at 147 for forever, his whole career. And then before that, you fought Adrian Granados. Adrian Granados was fighting at 140. Adrian Granados only had like 2 fights at welterweight, and one, if I'm not mistaken, was at a catchweight. And you chose to go that route. You could have fought. Okay, you let Errol Spence fight Lamont Peterson in January. You could have fought Andre Berto. I think shit. You fought Andre Berto like shit a while ago. Okay, you fought Andre Berto, and then you fought Granados. You could have fought that dude. You could have fought Spence in January. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sean fought, if I'm not mistaken, Sean had a fight at 154 in his pro career. You could have fought Errol Spence in January instead of Lamont Peterson. Keep in mind, Errol Spence got paid $3 million. So I'm pretty sure you would have got paid at least over $1 million to fight Errol Spence. You probably getting paid the same amount of money to fight Danny Garcia that you would have got paid to fight Errol Spence, except more than likely you would have lost the Errol Spence fight. So I'm just saying. You keep talking about it got to make financial sense. It got to make business sense. Because like I said, y'all could go to the tapes. Kenny Porter was the one that said, if Errol Spence got a strap, we'll fight him. When he got the strap, he tells Fred, oh, he ain't on the radar right now. We looking to fight Keith Thurman, who was nursing, so he say, an injury. Why you calling out a nigga that's like nursing an injury? For real. That ain't even thinking about fighting. That didn't make no kind of sense. And like I said, you turn around and fight Adrian Granados. So I'm just saying, Kenny Porter Nam is just like Orange Juice Jones say they cold busted. You chose to fight Danny Garcia because you think it's a more winnable fight. And then instead of you just saying, hey, we might have not been ready for Errol Spence, you go to the fake, you go to the worst move you could. Oh man, y'all broke. Why don't y'all come by the front row for what? Yeah, they got no. See what it came down to. They got mad because people calling them out on that shit. We called them out on that shit. Get mad at us for calling. You know what I'm saying? Calling y'all out. We're basing our opinion off you being afraid or ducking Errol Spence based off the shit you said. This was the shit you said. You the one that went back on your word. So when people call you on it, you try to get mad at the people that called you on something that you said. You know, you can't sit. That's like, that's like you like promising your kid, hey man, I'm gonna come get you tomorrow and I'm gonna take you to the movies and shit, and you don't show up, and then they ask you, well, why didn't you show up? And then you get mad at them. Where the fuck you asked me that shit? Well, you told me you was coming to, you know what I'm saying? For real. And then, like I said, the issue that I had with Fred, he went left with the whole situation. What the fuck him being a good father got to do with him not fighting Errol Spence? I'm telling y'all that boomerang shit don't work on me. I've been doing this way too long because you still was talking around the question. You talking about that me and Ticket don't get it. You don't seem to get it. Everybody saw what Kenny Porter was trying to do. He was trying to deflect blame and trying to put it on these so-called small YouTube channels. He considered me and Ticket small YouTube channels. Like I said, Kenny Porter only want to talk to people that kiss his ass. And he just mad that people don't be kissing his ass and shit. And that's what it all come down to. Like I said, the nigga played himself and he played Sean out. Cause like I said, the man won't even let Sean like wipe his ass by himself without him like having to be around. Oh, Raj from what? Yeah, I know. I started to put together a video of Raj doing that little weird ass dance he used to do and shit. But you know, that's just gonna spark the feud between me and Kenny Porter. But I'm just gonna leave Kenny Porter alone because Kenny Porter is completely busted. Like I said, Fred can cape for them all he want, but at the end of the day, everybody know what time it is. Them niggas didn't want to fight Errol Spence, and everybody keeps saying, well, I don't know why everybody's so afraid of Errol Spence. They the ones that's making it look like Errol Spence is the boogeyman. It's like as soon as you say the dude's name, it's like they freeze. But I mean, I talked to Fred like earlier today. I mean, it ain't no beef between us. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them situations we gonna have to agree to disagree. I put that video out because I just had to take Fred to task on some of his, you know, on him contradicting himself. You know what I'm saying? He get compromised with Floyd, and then he get compromised with Kenny Porter. Fact is fact. No. Yeah, yeah, that's that for real. They do act like Errol Spence is the candy man and shit. like if you say his name and shit, he gon' appear and shit like, for real. Errol Spence need to change his name to Errol Candyman Spence, because like when you say the man's name, motherfuckers like go the other direction and shit. Because nevertheless, Errol Spence offered you a title shot, and you said no. And it's an easy fight that could have been made. And like I said before, Kenny Porter is the same nigga that said that Floyd didn't want to fight good black fighters. Well, nigga, you doing the same thing. Andre Berto is, you know what I'm saying? Andre Berto's best years is behind him. You know what I'm saying? And Danny Garcia ain't black. So you not making no kind of sense. Motherfuckers, you know what it is, y'all. Motherfuckers don't think before they start talking when they do these interviews. One thing about me, I'm careful and calculated by what I say. Because you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get tripped over my words every once in a while. Hey, I can assure you guys this. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence is gonna happen somewhere down the line. I can truly say Terrence Crawford really want that fight. I can assure you, I can assure you, Terrence Crawford will fight Danny Garcia. He will fight Sean Porter. He will fight all them dudes if it can be made. Yeah, I respect Tyson Fury to the fullest. Hey, what's up, Mike James? What's up, man? Yeah, man, I can't wait till tomorrow, man. I can't wait till tomorrow. Hey, I'm telling y'all right now, the stare down, the trash talking leading up to this fight is gonna be epic. You know what I'm saying? No telling what's gonna come out of Deontay Wilder's mouth. No telling what's gonna come out of Tyson Fury's mouth. Like I said, the lead up to this fight, them two motherfuckers gonna be able to sell that fight. It's gonna do some good. It's gonna do solid numbers on pay-per-view, and both of these dudes gonna make a decent amount of money. Yeah, that's true. I think, what did they say? Deontay Wilder may make 15 million from the Tyson Fury fight. They doing what, 60, 65, 35 or some shit like that. So this is what I'm saying with, saying about boxing. It's a shame. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, Joe. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury pretty much got negotiated within 2 weeks. But you had all this weirdo shit with AJ and Eddie Hearn and shit. Eddie Hearn sending motherfuckers blind contracts with only his signature and shit. And Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury got a deal made within 2 weeks. So this goes to show you guys, don't believe a lot of this shit. Oh, just it's negotiations is just tough. The only way negotiations are tough if one party makes it tough. You know what I'm saying? That's just the bottom line. If you could get a deal done for a fight of this magnitude in less than 3 weeks, it's, to a certain degree, I don't want to hear that shit. Hey, to a certain degree, we all disappointed in AJ, man. For real, for letting like Eddie Hearn just make a complete jackass out of him and him making a jackass out of himself. What I think gonna happen if Deontay Wilder is victorious, like I said, either AJ gonna be forced to make the fight, or like I said, it's gonna get to the point to where AJ gonna have to like offer Deontay Wilder probably a lion's share of the purse to get a fight, because ain't nobody gonna be thinking about AJ. They already saying that Dillian White is AJ's next fight, so it's already pretty much set in stone. I already told you guys in this order. who AJ gonna be trying to fight. It's Povetkin, it's Dillian White, and then more than likely Miller. Those are AJ's next 3 fights, all on the zone. But what's gonna happen is Eddie Hearn is gonna have to Eddie. When I say Eddie Hearn, if he goes to a purse bid, he gonna have to like overwhelmingly like put what he's willing to pay to make fights. But I'm saying he gonna have to extremely overpay. He gonna have to extremely overpay. Well, that's what the LDBC is here to do, man. We really trying to bring back the real boxing fans, man. We want everybody to follow this boxing shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we need boxing. And like I said before, a lot of these motherfuckers, to a certain degree, they didn't contradict themselves about what they want as far as boxing. Like I said, yet you had all these motherfuckers trashing Al Heyman. Oh, yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. You had all these motherfuckers trashing Al Heyman from the gate when the PBC got started. They just found something to bitch about it. You had all these clowns making these YouTube videos about how they hope the PBC fail. For what? And then all of a sudden, the zone comes, something that you got to pay for, and everybody is trying to, oh, why don't you like Eddie Hearn? Why are you, man, come on, man. Well, here's the thing, Joe. Eddie Hearn is gonna have to extremely pay so many of these fighters for purse bids and to get them on the zone to where they may not make no profit. Cause you gotta understand, okay, you got an app, right? If you pay, let's just say you pay whoever the opposing fighter is for the DAZN fighter, like $10 million. And well, guess what? You got to pay the DAZN fighter. You got to pay him either $10 million or you got to pay him a little bit more. Okay, so that's $20 million. So guess what? You selling that app, you got to hope, like I'm telling you, you got to hope. If you selling that app is what, $10 a month or some shit like that, you got to hope just for that particular fight, not including what you bring in at the gate, you got to hope that particular fight, like 20 million people buy that fight at 10. Man, I'm telling you, man, that shit that shit not gonna work, man. For real. Because you got to understand how you going to cover like paying the fighter salaries. Then, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that much advertisement money for real in the world. Ain't that much like gate in the world. So if you pay 2 fighters 20 million a piece, well, guess what? You're going to have to charge astronomical amounts for ticket sales. So basically, you can't sit up there and pay both of the fighters like, a combined person $20 million. And then you trying to sell the tickets for $75 a piece at a, let's say, 15,000, 16,000 seat arena. That means you got to raise the ticket prices. So the live gate can cover what you pay for the fighters and the investors and all that shit, et cetera, et cetera. Then you got to see how much you gonna get in advertisement. So for real, the numbers may not match. That's what people don't understand. They think because, some of us LDBC members is from the streets and shit, we don't understand common math. We don't understand economics. First of all, man, let me tell you something. I used to work that scale, so I got to understand numbers. I got to make sure that I'm pushing out giving the customer the right amount of that green shit or that white shit. So he don't get shorted or I don't you know what I'm saying, give him too much. So when you do that type of work, people got to understand when you trapping shit, you got to understand numbers. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. Anthony Joshua obviously don't understand numbers because like I said, last time I checked, $100 million was way more than $10 million. We know numbers. You can't for real. If you a street nigga, you can't be able to not read and then trying to work the streets. It doesn't work like that. Because if you try to have people doing the shit for you and you don't understand the numbers or how much shit you putting on the scale, well, guess what? The people that's working for you gonna be scheming off the top. And then what you get on, and then they gonna be shortening you on the comeback. So for real, we know what the fuck we talking about. Stop for real. And you can get these clowns to try to make, oh, these guys are a bunch of criminals. They don't know what the fuck they talking about, man. Okay. Real talk. These motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they talking about. Now, I know how mathematics works. For real. Eddie Hearn, I'm telling y'all, DAZN may be out of business in like 3 years tops. And to be honest with you, if I was a fighter that Eddie Hearn wanted to fight on DAZN, I'm taxing his ass. I'm making his, for real, I'm making his white ass pay. For real. Oh, you want me to fight so-and-so on DAZN? Okay. $12 million up front. Here go my bank account and numbers. Wire this. I want you to wire this amount of millions here, this amount of millions there. And then send me the contract and I'll sign it. Like I said, I'll tax the shit out of Eddie Hearn. Like I said, Eddie Hearn is Eddie Hearn is getting cooked. I'm talking about Eddie Hearn is getting, you know what I'm saying? He getting cooked, he getting seasoned. Actually, he, you know what I'm saying? He in, you know what I'm saying? He in the oven, man. For real. Yeah, that's another thing that y'all gotta understand. When you put together these boxing events, man, all that shit costs money. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay for cops to be there. You got to pay for paramedics. You got to pay for security. You got to pay for and all that type of shit. Hey, the only way Eddie Hearn gonna be able to make money, right? Like extremely paying these fighters. Like I said, he gonna have to raise the ticket prices. He gonna have to charge like $30 for a beer. That's the only way he gonna make a comeback. Yeah, you gonna fuck around, go to them DAZN fights. You gonna be paying like you gonna be paying like you gonna be paying $20 for nachos, $15 for popcorn. You gonna be paying $25 to $30 for beer. That's the only way they gonna turn a profit. No, I'm serious. I'm not even being funny. For real. That's gonna be, it'll get to the point that that's what they gonna have to do. Well, see, that's the thing, Mike. Eddie Hearn thought he could like steal Al Heyman's fighters and shit. He thought he could lure him away with that bullshit talk about, oh yeah, I got $1 billion, but you can't win. Oh, on September the 29th. But I'm in tip top shape though. But I look like I'm 29. So yeah, so I'm just presenting y'all with that, man, about Eddie Hearn and that DAZN shit. For real, don't be fooled. I'm telling you, man, do not be fooled by that shit. $9 for a Corona in a bottle. Shit, I think a glass of beer. Look, I think when you go to a Warriors game, I think a glass of beer is like $11. And it's a small ass glass of, I mean, it's a small ass cup too. I think if you want one of them souvenir cups, it's like $13. That Hey man, hey, real talk, y'all. Eddie Hearn is faker than them. Eddie Hearn is faker than them. Bootleg, Jordans that you buy at the flea market. Where the leather is off and shit, and the Nike sign is like on each side is crooked and shit. That's how fake Eddie Hearn is. Oh, that was a year. That was years ago. Shit. I mean, New York is pretty expensive to live in. Shit, if it was $9 years ago, shit, it's probably the same. That's the point that I'm trying to make. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. I'm just telling y'all, Eddie Hearn ain't been able to sign one marquee fighter. Oh yeah, I mean, nah, Joey. I mean, as far as knockoff go, everybody didn't had a pair of knockoff. I mean, I'm not. I'm just saying, I didn't went that direction before. I know it ain't no for. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I what I want y'all to understand about guys like Eddie Hearn and Kenny Porter, before they come out in the public, they stand in the mirror and practice the lies they gonna feed the public. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all remember that song E40 made about I practice looking hard? Well, they practice putting their lies together. When you meet Eddie Hearn, he has a lie already prepared. And the same thing with Kenny Porter. These are dudes that calculate and they practice the lies they gonna tell people. So they can't, they study. You know what I'm saying? Keep Yeah. It's like that dude from Steinfeld. I forgot what his name was. The dude that said, dude called him a liar. He said, well, it's not a lie if you really believe it. So that's what I'm saying. And them type of dudes, you got to watch them. Shit, Maryland is pretty expensive too. Shit, you ever been to Maryland? Shit, Maryland costs a fortune to live in. I've been here before. I worked out there before. So I've been to Maryland. I've been to DC and I've been to Upper Marlboro, Maryland. And when I see what it costs to pay rent out there, I was like, damn shit. I feel like I'm in California. But for real, man. All right, you guys. I'm finna bounce, but I'll be back in a couple of hours though.